Assalamu alaikum, my dear grade 6 students. Here is your English teacher, Ma'am Bushra. Hope you all will be in good health. Today we are going to study about articles. Okay? Articles, we have two types of articles. One is indefinite and the other is definite. Okay? In indefinite articles we have a and an, a and. These are known as indefinite articles, and indefinite article we have the. Okay, now today we will only study about indefinite articles, so let me explain this indefinite articles, and in our next lecture we will discuss this definite articles, that when and where we use definite articles. Okay, today we will study that when and where we use indefinite articles. Understand? The first rule is use a before a noun that starts with a consonant sound. For example, boy, university. Any noun which is starting with a consonant sound. You know what are consonants? All the English letters other than vowels are consonant. Okay? All the English alphabets other than vowels are known as consonants. So, if a noun is starting with a consonant sound, you will use a before that. For example, boy, b. It's starting from a consonant sound, b. Similarly, university. Although u is a vowel, but we will still use a because university, it's a consonant sound. Similarly, some other example will be girl, g. It's starting from a consonant sound. Car, flower. Okay, all such examples. In all such examples, we will use a before noun. Understand? The second rule for indefinite articles is use an before a noun that starts with a vowel sound. Those nouns which are starting with a vowel sound, we will use an before that. Okay, we will use an. This is an. We will use this an before the nouns which started with a vowel sound. For example, apple. Apple. It's starting with a vowel a. So we will not say a apple. We will say an apple. Understand? Similarly, egg. Egg is also starting with the vowel sound. So we will not say a egg. We will say an egg. Understand? There are a lot of examples. Orange. Orange is starting with the vowel sound o, so we will put an before orange because it is starting with a vowel sound. So all those nouns which are starting with the vowel sound, we will put an before that. Okay? And the third rule is use an before a noun that has a silent h. Those nouns which have a silent h, they are pronounced. They give the sound of vowel. Okay, so we will put an before all those nouns which has silent h in the start. For example, hour. Although it's starting with h, but we don't pronounce it as hor. We call it hour. Okay, it's starting with a silent h. Okay, so all those nouns which start with the silent h, we will put an before that. So just keep in mind these three rules. If it is in your mind, you will be able to solve the exercise work. Okay, now open your books and let's do the book task. This is your grammar skills. It's for grade 6 new edition grammar skills. So just open page number 1 of your grammar skills. On page number 1, articles and nouns, grammar help. There is a box in which there is a help for you guys. The indefinite articles are a and an. Use a before a noun that starts with a consonant sound. Use an before a noun that starts with a vowel sound. And use an before a noun that has a silent H. Here are some words. Look at the very first exercise. Exercise A. Who is speaking? The words in the box will help you. Remember to use a or an in your answer. The first one is done for you. Some people are speaking here, but we don't know who is speaking. There are the words. Let me first explain what is the meaning of these words, and then we will do the rest of the exercise. The first word here is acrobat. Okay, the first word is acrobat. What is the meaning of acrobat? Acrobat is an entertainer who performs tricks. Okay, who perform tricks, he is known as acrobat. The second word is caddy. What is the meaning of caddy? Caddy is a person who carries a golfer's club and provides other help and assistance during match. The person who carries the golfer's club, he is known as caddy. Okay. Judge, I know you all will be very much familiar with this word. Judge is a person, he is a public officer and is appointed to decide cases in a law court. Announcer is a person who announces something. Okay. Chauffeur is a person employed to drive a private car. Okay, a person who is employed to drive a private car is known as chauffeur. Milliner is a person who makes and sells women's hat. Women hats. The person who sells and who make hats for women is known as milliner. Understand? Architect is a person who designs building. Heiress is a woman who is legally entitled to the property. A woman who is legally entitled to a property is known as heiress. Look here, it is starting with H, but it is silent here. We will say heiress. Ornithologist is a person who studies or is an expert on birds. Understand? Auctioneer is the one who manages an auction or a public sale. And herald is a official messenger. Okay. So these are the meanings of these words. Now let's see who is speaking. I introduce radio and television programs. I'm an announcer. Here, look, this announcer, this noun is starting with the vowel sound. So we have put an. Understand? I perform tricks and do handsprings. The person who performs tricks is known as acrobat. So I'm an acrobat. I put an here. I put article an here because this acrobat noun is starting with a vowel sound. Understand? I carry a golfer's clubs when he plays. So I have told you that a person who carries golfer's club is known as caddy. Okay? I'm a caddy. Here this caddy is starting with the consonant sound C. C is a consonant. KD starts with a consonant sound, so I put a here. Okay. I am employed to drive a car. A private driver is known as chauffeur. Okay. So I am a chauffeur. It is starting with a consonant sound. Sha. Sha is a consonant sound. So I put a before this noun. I design buildings. I'm an architect. The person who designs building, we know that he is called an architect. So I put architect here. But this architect is starting with the vowel sound a. So I put an before it. Okay. The next is I make and sell ladies' hats. So the person who makes and sell ladies' hats is known as milliner. I'm a milliner. Milliner. Milliner is starting with the consonant sound, so I put R before it. I inherited a lot of money. So a woman who inherits a lot of money is known as heiress. I'm an heiress. Now look here, heiress is starting with the consonant, but it gives the sound of vowel, heiress. So I put an before it. Okay, we have to just should just concentrate on the pronunciation, that whether it is starting with the vowel sound or it is starting with the consonant sound, and we will put a and an accordingly. I sell goods to the highest bidder. Now we know that an auctioneer is the one who manages all the auction things. So I'm an auctioneer. I put an article here because auctioneer is starting with the vowel sound. I preside over a law court. We know the person who is dealing with law and order is called a judge. So I'm a judge. Judge is starting with the consonant sound, so I put R before it. I study birds. The one who studies birds is known as ornithologist. Ornithologist is starting with the vowel sound, so I put an before it. I'm an ornithologist. And the last one is I am an official messenger. We know an official messenger is known as herald. So I'm a herald. Here H is not silent, so I put R before it. Okay, I hope you would have understood this topic. I think it's enough for today. Thank you all. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.